All right, well, our breaking news now on the NBA. It is gearing up for what could be a major legal battle against Clippers owner Donald Sterling. A committee of team owners announcing tonight they may force Sterling to sell his team after going on a racist rant. A statement from their meeting about terminating Sterling's ownership reads, the committee unanimously agreed to move forward as expeditiously as possible and will reconvene next week. Now, this is the first time they have spoken since Sterling was banned for life. And while the Clippers are not yet up for sale, some big names with some deep pockets are already lining up to bid. Jason Carroll's out front.
So let's have a good time.
The notable list of names keeps growing. Oprah Winfrey says she's interested in buying the Clippers, partnering with David Geffen and Oracle owner Larry Ellison. Magic Johnson confirming he's a potential buyer as well.
You gonna buy the Clippers?
I've been saying no all the time. I think that we'll see what happens. I will be owning an NBA team sometime. It has to be the right situation. Is the Clippers the right situation? Of course.
Encouraging news for Matt Damon.
If Magic wants to put people together, I'll jump in as a super tiny minority.
There is at least one prominent unnamed buyer from the Middle East who's interested in the team. He may have to duke it out with Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya. Both have thrown their names in the ring.
The Clippers need a face. They need a face, and what better face than my face, who is a fighter?
And then there's this from Sean Combs, who tweeted, I will always be a Knicks fan, but I am a businessman. Hashtag, did he buy the Clippers? Hashtag, name your price. The Clippers cost, Donald Sterling bought the team in 1981 when it was based in San Diego for $12.5 million. Now Forbes estimates the franchise is worth $575 million. That's if the sale took place now. It remains unclear if Sterling will fight the lifetime ban the NBA served him with, which could ultimately force the sale of his team. The NBA's Advisory Finance Committee held a conference call this afternoon to discuss the next step in the process.
He's 80 or 81 years old. He may be at the point of life where he says, I don't want to put up with a legal fight in courts over the next several years. But Donald Sterling is described as very litigious, someone who will put up a fight.
If he does, look for players to fight back. LeBron James already calling on owners to get Sterling out.
He doesn't belong in our league, and like I said, the next step is for the owners to vote and get him to sell the franchise. And obviously, it's not going to be as night and day. It's not going to be like that, and we just wake up tomorrow and the team is in someone else's hand. But we need to get the next step going. It can't be something that we just drag on.
Jason Carroll's out front along with Steve Adubato and Bloomberg sports business reporter Scott Soshnick. All right, Jason, so a lot of people are involved here. Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. All right. Are they all serious?
Well, no, look, they're not all serious, but when you look at someone like Oprah Winfrey, yes, she is serious. I mean, we reached out to her spokeswoman, Nicole Nichols. She basically said, yes, she is in negotiations, is speaking to Geffen, also speaking to Ellison. Geffen is also someone else. This is a man who's serious as well. Because you think about what he did.
People who actually could afford to buy it on their own, all the ones on the same team.
Well, because it's tried to do it on their own before. Yeah, and also Oprah has also made it clear she doesn't want to be involved in the day-to-day operations of running the team. She's going to leave that to Geffen and also
She's a heck of a brand to be a part of.
She's the face.
You put her out front, right, and you put Geffen, you put some other people involved. And on the operational side, you've got a solid team. Right. I mean, it's a winner. But here's my view of it: every day that it takes to get this guy out of there, to get Sterling out of there, you lose value on this.
All right, so let me ask you about that, Scott, because the last two NBA franchises, and these don't come up for sale very often. We should emphasize people. They're owned by wealthy individuals. They're vanity projects. You want to keep them in the family, right? Mm-hmm. All right, New Orleans Hornets, $338 million. Memphis Grizzlies, $377 million. The Clippers is in L.A., second biggest media market in the country. People who don't know a lot about basketball did not know about the Clippers until this whole imbroglio. Okay, but now, how much higher could the value be?
Let's go more recent. Milwaukee Bucks earlier this month. Milwaukee needing a new arena, $550 million. Yeah. Now Milwaukee. You're talking LA. Yes, Milwaukee. Yes, you had private equity guys from New York. Mark Lazary bought the team, $550. I always wonder, is he thinking at home, wait a minute, I could have waited for the Clippers and I bought the Bucks? But this is beachfront property. That's what you're getting here. They're not making any more of it. If you want in the club, you've got to pay.
So do you think the Forbes number, which of course was an estimate for way low?
It's way low now, though. But here's listen, I appreciate and respect what you're saying. I think you're probably right. But the longer this goes on, say he sues, which, again, we expect him to do that, and they delay it, and he's not the owner, but you can't transfer ownership. The longer it goes on, say you got free agents like...
Well, you could lose the coach, you could lose some players, then obviously.
Lose Blake Griffin. You lose those guys, and you can't bring in free agents who are the ones who put fannies in the seats. They've lost 16 corporate sponsors already. You keep losing
but then no
those.
one's buying the team. If he's in control and he intends to remain in control, then it's not for sale.
So, what's the price, though? I mean, highest price ever paid for a professional sports team, $2 billion for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And that was a
Magic
media
Johnson
play.
was involved in that.
Exactly.
And that was a media play. And let's look at what's in play here with the Clippers. You've got a media deal, a local media deal that's expiring in 2 years. You've got a national TV deal that comes due, renegotiating probably 2x, 2.5x. If you want in this club, 2 times the value of what you're getting right now, you're in the second media market. And that's why there's more incentive for Magic and Guggenheim to go after this. There's synergy with what they're already doing and their regional sports network.
It is also about timing. You're absolutely right. It's a tick-tock type of thing that's going on here because the more time that goes on, the more damage that's done to the team, the more that happens, the more that you anger players and you anger the people of Los Angeles.
Damage the Clippers brand.
Damage the brand of the team.
I disagree wholeheartedly because the problem here, whether perceived or real, the problem with the Dodgers was the owner. He was out, the fans came back.
This guy's not out.
If you can get your hands on this team, whenever it happens, if you can get your hands on this team, it is a second media market dynamo waiting to burst.
Sooner rather than later.
Thanks.
Better, but.
Thanks to all of you.